all set and charged for the day. So we've been talking about Indian climate, and I added one more lecture to that. So this is Physical Geography of India, session 15. 2 days from now, there is also a session 16 kept, where some other aspects will be done. So total there will be, I think session 11 was rescheduled, so that will be coming. So total there will be 15 sessions. So this is an announcement. Let me just check how many people have any doubts. Good afternoon, good afternoon. So I don't see any doubts over there. Good afternoon to all, good afternoon. Yesterday's exercise of shutting up the monkey was very useful and relaxing, and from yesterday I'm keeping on doing that, so thank you so much. Srishti, you're welcome, and all others. Is the mug still empty or रात में कुछ चिपक गया उस पर? Did you stick something on that? So when the resource part will be started? So one day we have shifted, so resource as per the planner Siddharth will start tomorrow. Resource classes will start tomorrow, correct? So if you come for the resource class looking at the planner that I missed the resource lecture, so I was not able to complete the physical geography, so I've created one extra class for that. So resource will start tomorrow. Any other doubts? Empty, that's great. Everyone, have you heard that? Khali dimag shaitan ka ghar. How many of you heard that? Idle minds are dangerous. Yes or no? Khali dimag shaitan ka ghar. So please do not let it be empty. If you let it be empty, then it will be a problem. Sir, it is showing 2 classes. Where is it showing 2 classes? On the planner right now? Sarveshwar. Is there any confusion about the classes, everyone? The session is showing lesson 14 only. Let me look at my schedule. My schedule is also showing single class only. Tomorrow, resource 1, 15th, 16th. I think it's showing right. Everyone, it is showing perfectly okay. Sarveshwar, please check. All set. Confusion is in the mug up. In the mug, sir. Okay, mug mein confusion. So everyone, what I can give you, it is no to fill up in the mug. Fill up in the mug. Would you do that? Everyone, would you do that? If I ask you to fill up the mug with that, and for UPSC only. So moment you get up, write an answer. Moment you get up, write an answer. So what question, what, who will check? No. Just write an answer. Which area? Physical geography of India. Whichever is going. Easy question. Moment you get up. No going to brush, nothing at all. Moment you get up, first thing, do that. ये मग में डालो, मजा आ जाएगा. Sir, but my answer writing is not so strong and all those things. All that inertia will go. Let it be there. लिख के चाहो तो डस्टबिन में डाल दें. How many words, sir? 200 words. Where will I get the questions from? The questions are there. हमारे उसमें first class में ही है. ठीक है? If you want, I will share it on the group. Previous year's questions, I will share it on the group. PYQ, geography PYQ. Sir, I am new to optional. Okay, GS, can you do that? Whichever you like. मैं बस बोलना था तो मैंने बता दिया. Your questions quickly. This is time for your questions. I have not got your questions. I just thought of giving you something for the mug. Saturday we are going to put a special class. I've already told you on map entries. Many people are still submitting their map entries because probably they joined the course late. They are doing recording classes, so they have requested, sir, can you please have a look? So abhi pointing mein bahut errors ho rahe, so we will be looking at that. Yesterday, an old student, I think Ronak had posted the diagram book. Remember in paper 1 we had talked about a diagram book. So those diagrams were fine, but they were very shabby. So I have given the feedback to Ronak about what should be done. Others, if you are with me, you can do that. Sir, I've reached up to lecture 8 in recorded mode. What if I will join you live from tomorrow? You can join, absolutely okay. No problem. Siddharth, you can join. If your name is Siddharth, so you can join. कल तो रिसोर्स शुरू है ना, न्यू टॉपिक इज स्टार्टिंग, यू कैन जॉइन. परफेक्ट. और साथ में ये करते रहिए, साथ में प्लीज कीप डूइंग दिस. एवरीवन फाइन? चलिए, एनी डाउट्स? अदरवाइज आई विल स्टार्ट विद दैट, एंड आई वांट एवरीवन टू स्टार्ट विद 2 things. Quickly make a map of annual rainfall of India. Let us see how many of you are able to make that. We were talking about variability yesterday, and today I have to talk about El Nino and other related things, and I'll have to upload the file also. Quickly, everyone, rainfall map, and post it. I want to have a look. Okay, so are we done with that? So कोई आंसर राइटिंग के लिए क्वेश्चन नहीं दिया बहुत दिनों से, आप वो भी आज कराएंगे ना? Today we will be doing that, no? So don't worry. That is why I said from tomorrow onwards, have that. Tomorrow onwards, I don't know how many of you would want to keep that in your mug, but if you keep that in your mug, it will be really amazing. First thing you do in the morning is writing. Get the habit of that. Get the habit of that. Let the fear and inertia go. So this is the annual rainfall map. Annual rainfall map. Let us see. प्रियंक ने सबमिट किया है. So प्रियंक ये मैप क्यों नहीं अभी तक ठीक हो रहा है? Everyone, I get that. 100 centimeter. ये थोड़ा सा छोटा लग रहा है मुझे, तो थोड़ा सा कम है. And this also you have not looked at the atlas. You have not looked at the atlas. ये ऐसे नहीं है. ये this is coming here. So everyone, I have a request. What you draw in the class, do you look at the maps which are given to you? आपको पहले दिन ही slide दे दी गई है. Let me upload that for you. The slide has already been uploaded for all of you. Now this is the rainfall. Everyone, if you look at the annual rainfall in India, average annual rainfall in India, can you see this almost up to Bihar? This is what we are looking at, and then it comes here. You know? So please make sure that you are also tallying from what is given to you. I say something, then you do something, and some error comes in. वो error बढ़ता चला जाएगा. You heard of Chinese whisper? एक बोलता है, फिर दूसरा, फिर तीसरा. I'm just having a look at that. Rakesh, more or less ठीक है. Rakesh done. Then who is this? So anyone who is not able to draw the map complete properly, no evaluation for this thing. Rehan, not accepted. Megha, okay. Megha, fine. Anshika, careless map. Anshika, please don't submit such things. Please work on it. Samarika, good. Prashant, इस मैप को सही कर लो. Map drawing needs something. Careless Prashant. Prashant K, please bring precision in your map drawing and your proper plotting. Anshika, good. Anshika, good. Sneha, Sneha, fine, but the problem is with which area? Let me expand this. तो स्नेहा ये हॉकी स्टिक इतनी ज्यादा है और इधर ये प्रॉपर नहीं आया. So there is an error over here. Work on that. Work on this. So not just colors, we need this thing. Bandana, fine. Pragati, okay. No problem, you're going correct. Mona, since the map is wrong, so other things are also distorted. Mona, work on your map drawing. I cannot keep on just telling that to everyone. Ayush, your deserts are not marked. Everyone. See, this is the teaching time, everyone. This is the teaching time. I don't know how many teachers are interested in teaching and then seeing whether the student knows it or not. Evaluate. मुझे नहीं पता कितने teachers कर रहे हैं. Offline में कोई नहीं कर रहा था. Will you respect this effort or not? If you don't respect this effort, ये effort खत्म हो जाता है. Today I was, like ऐश्वर्य वर्मा का call आया. He said, sir, आपने master stroke बंद कर दिया. You closed master stroke completely, and you've not kept any fees. I said, no, I have not kept any fees. Sir, he says, please keep some fees because that brings seriousness. Non-serious people will come. I said, don't worry, that is there. So now I have a question. Why isn't this marked? Is the hockey stick like this? Is this like this? So because of you, Ayush Singh, I might say that I'm wasting my time. Ayush Singh, don't do this. All others, don't do what Ayush Singh is doing. Respect your teacher's effort. Respect the time of everyone who's in the class. Shubham, good. Saurabh, more or less fine. सर मैंने अपना मैप बनाया, लगे हाथ चेक कर दो. अगर मजे मजे में चेक करोगे तो मजा को तो मैं सजा 2 मिनट में बना सकता हूँ सबके सामने. So don't do that. I will not take long to do that if you are misusing this opportunity. Sneha, just okay, but some errors with the southern part. Naman, why aren't you using the blank lines, blank pages? टाइम पास मत करो नमन। जो भी ब्लैंक पेजेस पे नहीं बना रहा है, जिसको इतना भी वो नहीं है that you consider your work worth respecting, I would be zero with the respect for that work. चिंता ही मत करो तुम। उपेंद्रा फाइन CR7 ये क्या बना रहे हो? वेरी पुअर। आप लोग देखना चाहते हैं इन्होंने मैप बनाया, क्यों करवा रहे हैं चेक? क्योंकि बाकी मास्टर ने तो किसी ने चेक किया नहीं होगा। ज्योग्राफी तो तुम कर चुके हो सीआर, ज्योग्राफी तो तुम डीएस में छाप चुके हो, यही सीखे हो मास्टर से। ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट बना रहे हो। यस सीआर। क्यों CR7? You've done your DS geography, I know that, and it is showing क्या लेवल की किए हो। That is also showing, and I'm glad that I did not teach you. ठीक है, अगली बार करने से पहले सोच लेना CR। I am very very clear with the students that I'm working with. टाइम पास तो मैं ले नहीं रहा। Everyone, I'm stopping this exercise. I think you got the samples. मैंने कहा ना ये भर के बैठा हुआ है अपने मास्टर का, वो मास्टर भी दिख रहा है, तुम भी दिख रहे हो, दोनों बहुत अच्छे नहीं दिख रहे हो। Doesn't look good at all. तो यार आपको तो मैसेज मैंने भेज दिया। ठीक है, यू लूज योर राइट टू गेट थिंग्स चेक्ड। बाकी लोग प्लीज स्टॉप सबमिटिंग, प्लीज स्टॉप सबमिटिंग। लेट अस कम टू दिस वेरी क्लियरली, लेट अस कम टू दिस। So we're talking about Indian monsoon and what all impacts it. Indian monsoon. I also believe, this is one reason why many teachers have given up on evaluation. But then the problem is, if I think CR is the representative of students, then will my mug get spoiled or not? He's not serious. I know that. ये तो time pass कर रहा है. ये तो time pass कर रहा है. That's absolutely okay. But if because of him, if I also stop checking, then that's a problem. No? So others, if you are serious, I'm still there. But please show your commitment. That's one thing very very clear. I can give any amount of time. सुबह से classes ले रहे हैं, सुबह से test check हो रहे हैं. The master stroke mentorship program, 7 questions were given. We've been checking those answers. अभी टाइम मिला है, उसमें आए हैं. उसके बाद सोचा यार करंट बैच भी तो बिगनर्स को भी तो मौका मिलना चाहिए. बट कुछ लोग उसमें मौके का गलत फायदा उठाएंगे. So that simply will not be done. If you are serious, please write that answer जो आज क्वेश्चन मिलेगा. We will work on that. ठीक है? So today's question will require you to draw a map. Everyone, I'll get to see that. अभिषेक बोला सर प्लीज चेक माय मैप। क्यों, बाकी लोग का नहीं करूंगा अभिषेक। अभिषेक आंसर लिख दीजिएगा और चेक हो जाएगा। वो CR7 भी तो यही है, सर प्लीज चेक माय मैप। यस, डोंट ये है, ये बना रहे हैं और आपका भी ऐसे निकलेगा, क्या फायदा। लेट अस वर्क। यू विल गेट अ क्वेश्चन टुनाइट, यू विल गेट अ क्वेश्चन टुनाइट इन विच यू विल हैव टू मेक अ मैप, और जो उस क्वेश्चन को अच्छे से लिखेगा उसको फीडबैक में मिलेगा। टाइम पास करेगा, नॉट इंटरेस्टेड। Get that? And I know there are many serious students here. A few non-serious students, do not take away my inspiration. So don't worry. If you are serious, you get the opportunity to do that. So where are we? Number 1. We were talking about inter-annual. कल हमने क्या बात किया था? Inter-annual rainfall variation. Is everyone with me? Intra-seasonal. Who does it? In India Meteorological Department. Get that? Intra-seasonal. Inter-seasonal. We looked at it. India has a seasonal drought. Now we're looking at inter-annual. Inter-annual. So annually means if you look at the long period average. If you look at the long period average. What is long period average? Everyone quickly. What is long period average? Can be 15 years, can be 30 years, whatever we are looking at. They can be many types. They can be many types. But what I'm trying to say here is what is the value? What is the value of the long period average? So India में annually कितना बारिश होता है? Long period average. This is what I'm asking. Everyone, what is the long period average? Good afternoon, sir. Sorry for being late. First live class. Okay, Jyoti, welcome. 100 centimeters. Okay. So let me tell you, India Meteorological Department. As per India Meteorological Department, the long period is around 95 to 96 centimeters. Yashwant, it is 95 to 96 centimeters. Is everyone okay? 95 to 96 centimeters. Is everyone okay? Generally ये मानसून का जो हमारा एवरेज रहता है साउथ वेस्ट मानसून का, if we are looking at annual, कभी some long period averages have shown it as 104 where all the rainfall is considered, so you don't have to worry about it. Can I say around 100? Is this figure okay? What do I mean by this? By this I mean a tank of the size of India gets filled up every year. What height? Up to what height? 100 centimeters. इतनी बारिश होती है. And I want to tell you this is good enough. This rainfall is good enough. बहुत पानी है. 100 centimeter, 104 centimeter, that is good enough. Get that? But the problem is, this is not coming every year. There are inter-annual variations. So every year the rainfall changes. Now we are going to look at the factors because of which this rainfall is changing. Is everyone okay with that? We are going to look at the factors because of which this rainfall is changing. So everyone, if I ask you, from whatever we have done, why does rainfall vary from year to year? Just I can give you a case study over here. 2022, the pre-monsoon shower deficit has been very severe. Get that? Up to 40-50%, around 50% pre-monsoon shower nahi hai. Pre-monsoon shower. I'm sure why did I write this is because we've just finished our pre-monsoon. Now we are in monsoon. Did you experience that कि जितना rainfall normally आता था वो भी नहीं आया? True or not? Yes. Do we get that? आप सबने महसूस किया होगा, ऐसा नहीं कि मैं just वो कर रहा हूँ. So अब मुझे बताइए why rainfall is varying from season to season. जल्दी से. So I want everyone to look at least 10 points. 10 points लिखेंगे पहले अपने notebook में. First 10 points. Let us see how many of you are able to think 10 points, and then we will write over here. Quickly 10 points. Okay, everyone. So I looked at Priyanka's map, Kalyanika's map, fine. Pushpanjalika's map. So Pushpanjalika's map, everyone, can you see this? So just looking at the maps. See that? Now you have this map, number 1. Everyone, you have map number 1. Can you see this map? The person has talked about the rainfall. Which one is the humid area? Which one is the semi-arid area? Which one is the arid area? Yes or no? Is it being conveyed or not? Is it being conveyed, everyone? 20, 40, 60, broadly conveyed. 20, 40, 60, is it broadly conveyed or not? Yes? Let us compare it with the real map. Okay, no? Is this 20? Is this 40? Is this 60? Make sense? Yes or no? 100, and then this is the 100 one which is continuing. and here we have the 21. Do we get that? This is also there. Where is 100 centimeter? 100 centimeters here. In this part we have 100 centimeter. Below the delta. Below the delta do we have 100 centimeter? This is 100 centimeter. Can we look at Can we once again look at Kalyanika's one? Make sense? Approximately, everyone? True or false? Make sense? I just showed you. So 30 seconds, true or false? Is the map very, very beautiful? No, that's it. And can I decide everywhere which region, what policy is to be done, and everything is visible or not? Make sense? Really, thank you. So 97% people are saying yes, this makes sense. There is 400 centimeter, there is 60, which is the humid, which is the semi-arid. Good, amazing. 98% find it okay. Now I have this map. Get that? So this is below 60. This is below 60. So the person has made probably 60, 20, 40 not there. Get that? And this one is 60 to 100. So which one is 60 to 100? I don't even know what this one means. ये क्या है? ये code है नहीं वैसे. This is not showing what is it because these are horizontal line. अब ये कहाँ से बना है छवि? हमने तो ऐसा नहीं बनाया. I'm saying this will take more time. This will take more time. This is more of you are a person who likes drawing, art, painting perfectly. I'm looking at something which is for the exam. True or not? So again saying you will make your choices. You will make your choices. Your marks will have whatever ribbon you want to add. As a teacher, I will keep on polishing you. As a teacher, as Harpik, I will keep on reminding you that it is not that Chavi is poor map drawing and Pushpanjali is better. No, no. Chavi's map is more towards drawing and Pushpanjali's map is more towards geography. Can we have that learning with us? Sure. Thank you. So कुछ और मैंने maps देखे and these were the issues which were coming. जल्दी से बताइए everyone. Why does it vary? Quickly tell me the points. Why does it vary every year? Sir, El Nino. Okay, taken. Could be El Nino. Weaker cell, Tony. I think Ram, you're talking about Walker cell. Perfect. What else? Sir, Tibetan high. Okay, Tibetan high. Sir, ITCZ. Perfect. Very good. Sir, topography of India, sir. Topography will decide. Yes. Topography, relief. Okay, somebody said TEJ. Perfect. So those topographic vertices. Lower topographic तो नहीं होता, tropospheric होता. Tropospheric vortices जो हमने कहा था west coast. River fluctuation. I don't know. River water is there. Somebody said MJO is there. So rain bearing systems. Yes or no? Rain bearing systems depends on the sea temperature. Sea surface temperature. Mona says, sir, there is something called as Indian Ocean dipole. Yes. Sir, the moisture content. Oh yes. Sir, Somali current. Moisture content. Somali current. Perfect. Mascarene high. Mascarene high. So deforestation. Does deforestation also have an impact on our monsoon? Deforestation. Urbanization. Yes. Greenhouse gases. Okay. What else? What else? What else? So western disturbance. Okay. Western disturbance. So late arrival. Delays in monsoons. Perfect. What else? Sir, orographic barrier. Orography. Yes or no? So relief, topography, orography. Sir, pressure difference. Okay. Perfect, everyone. So how many points are these? How many points are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These are many, many factors. True or not? I asked you for 10. You've given me 20. You've given me 20. Yes or no? If I'm looking at this, I think the branches of monsoon. Yes or no? Arabian Sea branch, Bay of Bengal branch. Can I say the jet stream, TEJ? Yes or no? The Western Ghat. Western Ghat. Yes. Aravallis is parallel. Remember last year I told you yesterday also the question came, what is the role of alignment of mountains in the rainfall in the world? Remember that? Role of alignment of mountains. So can you see Western Ghats are perpendicular? Western Ghats are perpendicular. Aravallis are parallel. True. Can I say Eastern Ghat? Can I say the south-west monsoon? Similarly, northeast monsoon. Do we get that? Human beings have dams. We have dams. Bhakra Nangal Dam. So rivers are there. And in the rivers, we have our dams. So dam ka rainfall se kya lena देना? Well, with the rainfall, if we release the dam water, वो बढ़ा देता है. Yes or no? Rainwater. Do we have that? Urbanization. Can I say concretization? Can I say greater exploitation of groundwater has impacted the hydrological cycle? Yes or no? Are we clear on this? ये भी हमें clear दिखाई दे रहा है. Do we get that? Sneha says, can we include population? बताओ कैसे करोगे, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. UN says that by next year 2023, all India rank 1 आए नहीं आए, population में we will be rank 1. True or not? Cyclones, the number and frequency of rain bearing systems. Yes or no? Recurving of cyclones. True. Mountain passes. I don't know. Mountain passes relieve topography and the gaps. So if there is Palghat gap, so you'll find monsoonal wind will enter through that. If there is Narmada River Rift Valley, the monsoonal influence will enter through that. Kushi is saying more population, more exploitation of resources. We are talking about, like say we said deforestation and all that. So that is there. Is everyone okay? Now, can I say there are certain factors which are local factor. There are certain factors which are operating at a national level. Talking about, like say we said deforestation and all that. So that is there. Is everyone okay? Now, can I say there are certain factors which are local factor. There are certain factors which are operating at a national level. Can I say there are certain factors which are global? True or not? If Himalayas were not there, monsoon would not have been there. Is everyone okay or not? True. And the factors, some factors have been from the past, but are the factors changing with climate change? Yes or no? Extreme weather events which are happening, are they coming in or not? Yes. I don't know. How many of you remember that? I think I did it in the special class. Sir, but relief usually does not change drastically year to year. So is it okay to count it as a factor, as variable rainfall? That is my doubt. So Nikhil, आपके doubt से तो मेरा कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Yes. हर साल हिमालय वहीं पे खड़े. Everywhere Himalayas are same. Height is 6 kilometer. There is possibility of a cloud burst. Why? Because the height is 6 kilometers. Generally, when the cloud is formed, clouds want to spread out horizontally. Clouds will spread out horizontally. But if there is a mountain valley, everyone, please understand, and a cloud is formed in this, please understand, cloud is formed in this. Can it expand on all sides? No. So what will happen? The cloud will expand vertically. When the cloud is forced to expand vertically, what will happen? Cloud will become heavy, and then you will experience cloud burst. True. If the mountains were not there, cloud burst will not happen. So that is what I'm saying. So mountains are always there. So how will they call variability? Hello. Last year, say 2019, there was low moisture in the air. So orographic rain happened. Orographic rain still happened. But cloud burst did not happen. But was it possible that cloud burst to happen? Cloud burst did not happen. This year, the moisture is more. Yes. And for cloud burst to happen, I need a good height of 6 kilometers. Yes or no? So if you give me more moisture, will the propensity of cloud burst increase or not? So your relief is like your inherent capacity. Whether you are using it completely or not, that's a different thing. Every year, the usage of your inherent capacity will change. True or not? So everyone, I want to tell you that you have a data pack on internet of 1 GB, and someone else has a data pack of 100 GB. Get that? We are looking at that both these people have variability in the usage of data. So this person generally uses less data, but during close to the examination, his data increases. That's it. This person with 100, he also does not use 100. Sometimes he uses 5 GB, sometimes 10 GB, sometimes this, sometimes 20 GB, sometimes 80 GB also. Get that? Now tell me, compare A with B. Because we had 100 GB available, then only these fluctuations were created or not? अगर एक ही GB available होता तो ज़्यादा fluctuation पे तो खत्म हो जाता ना, it would have exhausted. Yes or no? So our relief is the latent capacity. It is the package which we have. Our package is huge. Every year the rainfall changes. Every year on the same relief we chop off the forest. Every year their impact changes. Yes or no? Every year the amount of glaciers which are there on the mountain, they vary. They vary because we are looking at the glaciers are shifting. True or not? So you know what? Interestingly, today in the morning when I was taking the GS class, there also I was teaching them monsoon. So I told them that there are three sources of water during monsoon. One is the Arabian Sea branch, other is the Bay of Bengal branch, and the last one is what? शीतल क्यों बाल की खाल कर रहे हो? Sir, then we should consider moisture only. Why the mountain? Why the mountain? अच्छा, अरावली जो साल भर में आपने उसको तोड़ दिया, then what? Landslide happened, then what? You want to ask me where the topography is changing? Huge landslide happened. उत्तराखंड में topography वहां से बदल गई, तब क्या करेंगे? बैठे बैठे लगे हाथ कुछ जो है बुद्धि पेर दें, पेर दीजिए. Get that? Relief and topography causes a lot of variation. और मैं ये भी बता दूं कि relief और topography में when we are talking about interannual variations, those relief and topography will also depend on the direction of the wind. If the direction of the wind changes, so relief and topography will impact it differently or not. The same relief and topography, will it impact differently or not? If there is a difference in the direction of wind. So why would the wind direction change? वो शीतल बता दें. Why would the wind direction change? तो शीतल के क्वेश्चन से, शीतल की बुद्धिमत्ता से मैं और बताता हूँ. So a student, dear student, listening to this, that there are rain-bearing systems, there is Bay of Bengal and there is Arabian Sea. Three systems are there. Now look at the smart question in the morning. The person says, oh, because you have the right to ask question, you will like to ask question. क्या कर लोगे? Yes. Sir, in 2022, which of the following was not responsible for the rain? I get that. There are three factors responsible. In 2022, which of the following was not responsible for rainfall? पता नहीं कहाँ से आते क्वेश्चन, मतलब कहाँ मिलते हैं ये लोग, कैसे इनको एक ख्याल आता है. ये सुनो, अमेजिंग. Which of the following was not responsible? I said, you are attending the class, your body has carbohydrate, your body has proteins, your body has fats. Right now when you're listening to me, is some energy being consumed? To sit into the class, is some energy being consumed? Yes or no? That energy is coming. Which one is not sending the energy right now? Carbohydrates, proteins or fats? Which one is not sending the energy right now? Can you tell me? और लगाने को लॉजिक, सर फैट्स तो बर्न तभी होते हैं जब कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स ना हो. तो सर फैट्स लास्ट में आएंगे सर, मे बी फैट्स. यस, क्योंकि कुछ बायोलॉजी वाले यहाँ भी बैठे होंगे. अभी मैंने देखा ना सर, फिर तो हम ये लिखेंगे, विंड लिखेंगे, मॉइस्चर लिखेंगे, माउंटेन क्यों लिखेंगे? साइक्लोन हिट कर रहा है. द साइक्लोन इज हिटिंग. जनरली दिस साइक्लोन वाज नॉट हिटिंग लाइक दिस, बट वो हिट कर गया और यहाँ पर गिरनार हिल से इस वजह से यहाँ पर रेन हो गई, अदरवाइज नहीं होती थी. ट्रू? कैन आई से it is wrong to consider one at a time? Is it one at a time or all acting at the same time? Can I say it is a complex interplay of all factors acting together? True or not? But a simplistic question like this will come. अब ये है कि सर mountain क्यों बोलेंगे? Why would we call it mountain? We will call this as variation in moisture. Why would we call it relief? अरे भाई moisture, the way it is coming, the relief and everything that is there. There are so many things science has not been able to explain why this rainfall happened this way. After cloudburst happened, फिर तो हम सब बता दें. Post facto तो after writing the prelims you come back, oh this was the answer. Yes or no? At the time of prelims तब लिखो तो बात है. So there are so many things which we come to know, which we get to know. That's what is happening. Get that? बाकी आपकी श्रद्धा है. मैंने कहा पढ़े लिखे आप ज्यादा हो, ज्यादा जानते हो, रोक तो हम सकते हैं. ठीक है, बनाने को तो आप ये भी बनाओगे, बनाने को ये भी बना लोगे, whichever you want. अब इन फैक्टर्स को अगर देखा जाए, Tibetan high, is it an atmospheric factor or not? Tibetan high, is it an atmospheric factor? Can I call it a meteorological factor? Can I call it a meteorological factor? It is a meteorological factor. मौसम से रिलेटेड है. Yes. Indian Ocean Dipole, sir, I don't know what it is. Walker cell, sir, I don't know what it is. El Nino, sir, I don't know what it is. But do you know that there's something to do with climate? Again, meteorological factor. Is ITCZ meteorological factor? Is TEJ meteorological factor? Yes or no? Is Western disturbance meteorological factor? Is masculine high meteorological factor? Sir, MJO, I don't know. Okay, whatever you don't know is square box. Rain bearing system meteorological factor? Yes or no? Sea surface temperature will decide the atmosphere. So many meteorological factors. So many meteorological factors. Yes or no? Can I say topography and relief is the physiographic factor? Topography, relief, and how they interact with the atmospheric or meteorological factor, will they change or not? River water, moisture content. Moisture content is again this only meteorological factor. River water and Somali current, they are also to do with moisture in the air. Yes. So can I say this is hydrometeorological factor? Hydrosphere also hydrometeorological factor. Can I say this deforestation, urbanization, all this is anthropogenic factor? Is everyone okay? What did I write here? All factors working at the same time or separately? Did I write somewhere complex interplay? Purvi is saying, sir, I am not able to remember tropospheric vortices. Purvi, there were 7 preconditions for burst of monsoon to happen. इधर हमने कहा था on the west coast small little vortices are there. Request to all of you, please उसे move करें, revise करें. यहाँ पर vortices भी लिख सकते हैं. Those vortices. Is everyone okay? अब इंग्लिश ने तंग कर दिया. The idea is vortex. Vortex क्या होता है? भंवर. Small little depressions are called vortices. English comes in the way. And English का remember our mug says vortex क्या होता है? क्या होता है? English वाला mug छोड़ दो. Complex interplay of what? So rainfall variability in India is a result of complex interplay of physiographic, yes, climatic, anthropogenic. Physiographic, climatic, anthropogenic. Physiographic, climatic, and anthropogenic. Is everyone okay with that? Are we clear? Operating at all scales, from local to global. From local to global. Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay or not? So local भी लिखा था मैंने उधर. Did I write local? Did I also write global? Yes. So that's what I want everyone to look into it. Everyone. This is ocean. This is ocean. Do we get that? This is ocean. And winds are coming from here. Do we get that? A and B. Which one will get more rainfall? Let me give you a temperature also. The ocean is at 12 degrees Celsius and the land is at 10 degrees Celsius. Which one will get more rainfall? A or B? So there is no rainfall happening. Why? Because rainfall happens 3 types. Convectional rainfall. Yes. Second is what? Orographic rainfall. Third is what? Frontal rainfall. Since this is a uniformly cold area, so convectional will not happen. Frontal or cyclonic will also not happen because everywhere it is the same one. Everywhere it is 10 degrees Celsius. So there is no different air mass. Do we get that? So bachta kya hai? Orographic will not happen. Because there is no barrier. Is everyone okay with that? Is everyone okay? True. There is a mountain here. Now which one gets more rainfall? A will get more rainfall. There is a warm current over here. Now who will get more rainfall? Even then A will get more rainfall, sir, B will not. But because of the warm current, here the air will be warm and here the air is cold. When warm air and cold air will strike, what will happen? A front will be created and some rain will happen. Yes, some rain will happen. So B पे क्या हो रहा है? Frontal rain. इधर क्या हो रहा है? Orographic rain. Is everyone okay? Everyone okay? True. Which one will have more, A or B? Which one will have more, A or B? So orographic rain is generally more. Frontal rain is generally less. Frontal rain is generally less until unless there is a huge contrast and there is a lot of moisture on that. This is coming directly on that. Is everyone okay? Now what happens is for some reason, say for example, this is a temperate latitude and because of global warming, this land gets heated up. This land gets heated up. Do we get that? Normally, what kind of an area is this? Everyone, normally what kind of an area is this? Rain shadow. And this side is rainy. Yes or no? Rain shadow and rainy. Can I say relief is responsible for that? Relief is responsible for this. True. Now what happens is that because of global warming, this area has got heated up a lot. Do you remember the Yakutia province of Verkhoyansk in Russia last year recorded 30 to 40 degree? Last year, Russia, the place which is considered the coldest place in northern hemisphere, Yakutia province of the Verkhoyansk range, that recorded temperature above 30. So you can imagine, garam ho gaya. Moment it becomes garam, what happens? What will happen? Wind will be pulled in. Will it be pulled in or not? Low pressure, will it pull from this coast also? Us coast se to nahi aa rahi. Yes or no? And this coast, because of the heat, what will happen? A lot of convection will happen. Rainfall will happen here. But if some winds reaches here, will this time rainfall happen? And this rainfall will be what character? Orographic. If this mountain was not there, which rain would have happened? If this mountain was not there, then only frontal or convectional. Because of heat, convectional. But because mountain is there, so what happened? Which rain happened? Orographic. Now everyone, is it going to happen every year that Verkhoyansk will have this much heat? Is it going to happen every year? No. Last year was an exceptional year. Can it happen next year? Maybe, maybe not. Yes or no? But when it happened, because of the mountain, did the place X get extra rain or not? If the mountain was not there, hata do mountain yahan se. So will that get any extra rain? Yes. So did relief play a role? Did relief play a role in adding to the interannual variability? So one person asked it. I said, bhai, it can cause, it is the capacity. मैंने पूरा explain किया. Then Sheetal asked it. He said, we will attribute it to the wind. No, because the wind has changed, so it has happened. I said, yes, wind has changed, no doubt about that. But it was because of the capacity of the mountain. उस वजह से वहाँ पे बारिश होगा कि नहीं होगा? Two people have done. I've explained it. Now Yashwant comes with his idea. So please don't mind, but the mountains are mountains. How will it change, sir? दो बार आंसर कर दे यशवंत भैया, अब मिल गया आंसर. या अभी दिमाग को खींचकर एक और एग्जांपल पैदा करो. Relief and topography can cause variation because when things are available for that, that is going to be there. और सच कहोगे तो केस स्टडी भी ढूंढ के ले आऊंगा, बट किसको साबित करूं? Who do I prove when people are not even trying to extend their imagination to what we are saying? यशवंत भैया, आप ही से बात हो रही. वो अपॉलॉजीज जब आप लिख देते ना, अपॉलॉजी इफ द क्वेश्चन इज दिस, वो सब टाइम पास है. आपका आंसर करने के बाद कह रहा हूं. यशवंत भैया, आंसर मिला है नहीं मिला? हाँ भाई, रिप्लाई कर दो. क्लास आपको 2 बार समझा चुके थे, फिर भी एक लंबा सा पोस्ट लिख देते कि सर अगर ये हो जाता, बता दिया, लंबा सा आंसर दे दिया. अब मैं क्या चाहता हूं आपसे, अपने मत से बाहर निकलो, थोड़ा सा ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करो. कैन वी ब्रेनस्टॉर्म? यस और नो? If that side the mountain was not there, the response which happened because of the change in the winds would not have happened. The wind has changed, no doubt about that, but if the mountain was not there, that would have not happened. So it does contribute to that interannual variability. That's what we are saying. So mountain तो वहीं पर है, हमें भी पता है. Do we get that? So ये बीच में जो डाउट पूछ लेते हैं, कल भी बताया, आज भी बता रहा हूं. When I'm taking a class, I am responsible. When you are asking a doubt, you are responsible. Take responsibility of that doubt. Get that? So please work on that. Otherwise, बाकी आपकी श्रद्धा. Suppose the winds become very strong over here. Suppose the winds become very, very strong over here. Even then, because eastern ghats are highly eroded, they will not produce the same result. Which, if the same thing happens on the western ghat, a different result will come. True or not? Eastern ghats are not a formidable barrier. So even if the winds change totally in the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, and they become very, very strong, the kind of variability which eastern ghat is producing compared with western ghat, बहुत कम. Western ghat का अपने आप में होना makes a huge difference. That's what we are talking about. Another thing बताओ, एक और चीज बताओ. Everyone. So the land is hot. The land is hot. See that? 40 degrees Celsius. Hot land. Will it cause convection? Yes or no? Will it cause convection or not? True. And will it cause rainfall? If moisture is available, will it cause rainfall? Now let me give you a second situation. Land has got a 2-kilometer high plateau. Land got heated up and so did the plateau. And now 40 degrees Celsius is here. Hear that? Once again convection happens and clouds are formed. True? Both of them. Because of global warming 1, because of global warming 2, they are causing land to get heated up. Now here we had a relief feature. So an elevated land also got heated up. Now tell me, which one can produce more heat into the atmosphere to a higher altitudes? Which one is actually going to cause the atmosphere to get heated more? Ground situation 1 or situation 2? Situation 2. If that is heated, so will it cause more convection in these areas? Deeper convection in these areas? As a result, the rainfall which will accrue out of it, will it be different compared to flat land? Yes or no? So can I say that your relief can aggravate the situation? Whatever is happening, whatever your climate change, whatever your heating is there, can it aggravate or not? True. Person A has COVID. Person B has COVID. COVID is a viral disease. Is that? Can both of them die? Can both of them die because of that? Yes or no? Yes, they can die. This person has a prolonged history of diabetes. Who can die now more? So the chances of B dying more is there. So can I say previous disease can impact your survivability in COVID, though COVID is same? True or not? इतनी बात किस लिए कर रहा हूँ? सोच को खोलने के लिए. Why am I doing this? To open up our mind. When the teacher is discussing, he has something in mind. Get that? और ये बीच बीच में सर बुरा मत मानना, ये मत करना, जब आप वो कर रहे होते ना, मुझे पता है आप अपनी मन से बोल रहे कि भाई अभी मैं जरा थोड़ा सा पूछूं और डेफिनेटली इसको आएगा नहीं. अब मैं बताता हूँ, आंसर राइटिंग करनी है आपको. आंसर राइटिंग के लिए कह रहा हूँ सर. आंसर राइटिंग और ग्रेट आंसर राइटिंग क्या करना है जल्दी से बताओ. ग्रेट आंसर राइटिंग वैसे तो कहने की बात है. बहुत से लोग तो ऐसे हैं कि सर मेरा तो जो मैं लिख पा रहा हूँ उसे अप्रूव कर दो, मेरे डायग्राम को भी. खुशी फ्रॉम द मग. फर्स्ट आंसर राइटिंग सर, फर्स्ट. खुशी, व्हाई यू वरीड? व्हाई डोंट यू लुक एट द गोल इन माइंड? वो देखो शुभम, लेस बैड आंसर राइटिंग सर, लेस बैड आंसर राइटिंग. So Shubham or Kushi, can I say something? Yes. You belong to a school of thought. Both of you belong to a school of thought, and that school of thought is stay within your means. हिंदी में कहावत है, जितनी लंबी चादर उतने पैर फैलाइए. Heard of that? Yes. So Shubham feels here I am going to write an answer. My answers will be bad. But Sachin sir, I don't know whether I'll be able to write great answer or not. But if you tell us techniques of at least less bad answer, that is okay, sir. I know myself how much I have. Yes, Khushi wanted to save herself, sir. First answer, sir. बाद में 10th answer में I'll be mature. Stay within your means. जितनी चादर उतनी ही रखना है. Yes or no? और in the very crude form. Please don't mind that expression. इसे औकात में रखो. सर मुझे पता है मैं उतना ही रहना चाहता हूँ. थोड़ा सा सही कर दो. अच्छा, थोड़ा सा सही करने से अगर it is not enough for passing the exam, would you be happy in just थोड़ा सा सही करना? Have you ever gone to a doctor and said, doctor थोड़ा सा सही कर दो? Have you ever gone to a doctor and said थोड़ा सा सही कर दो, मतलब थोड़ा हाथ पैर चलते रहे बाकी चलेगा. थोड़ा सा दिल बढ़ाओ यार. हाँ बिल्कुल शीतल, आधा इंजेक्शन देना, पूरा मत डालना यार, आधा से चल जाएगा. Step 1, honestly बता रहा हूँ, magic will happen. Problem तो ये है ना, many of you are appreciating this course theoretically. समझ आ रहा है यार, समझ आ रहा है. And I really want to tell you that if you start putting in your pen and pencil and dimag in this, you will not have samajh aa gaya moment, you will have eureka moment. Wow, mera to answer hi badal gaya. First is understand the question in letter. Letter means what is written and spirit. So I said physiography has a role. So how does it have a role? I said, like it will depend, how much is the moisture and the capacity it creates. I drew the diagram and everything. But sir, that will be considered the variation in moisture, sir. फिर से बताया, sir, don't mind, sir. So there is a letter to it, there is a spirit to it. So yesterday you emptied your mug, yes or no? Some of you did it mechanically, some of you did not even do that. बाहर में गया. कैसा ना, शुभम को बुला के ले गए, उसने कोई जवाब ही नहीं दिया कल, आज क्वेश्चन भी पूछ रहा है, जवाब भी दे रहा है। ट्रू और नॉट? लेटर एंड स्पिरिट, ये क्वेश्चन को नहीं समझ पाना सबसे पहला एरर होता है। दूसरा, जनरेट इनफ आइडियाज। Generate enough ideas, no censor, proper brainstorming. Why do I ask you to generate 10 points? And when I put it on the screen, aren't there 20, 25 points? But why do I ask you to generate 10 points? Because जब आप वो 10 points generate करते हैं, when you generate those 10 points, you've started thinking. And I want to tell you, your elasticity will increase, your points will increase. अभी जब मैं कोई point दे रहा हूँ, when I'm explaining something, can you brainstorm why the teacher is suggesting that? Get that? And वो जो थोड़ा सा less गंदा कर रहे हो ना, जो कह रहे हो कि a little less bad answer. You know, when does the answer become bad? When you generate the ideas also, but you vomit it on the page. So organize them. Sir, how do we do this, sir? यही नहीं होता है, यही तो नहीं होता है, sir. Everyone, can you see? What did I do? Square boxes or rectangles, circles, green color, buff color. What did I do? So many points. What did I do? I organized them. I clustered them. Did I not cluster them? So very simple step to a good answer. And I think you have been attending my classes. अब तो जो लोग इस यहाँ से जुड़े हैं, paper 2 से जुड़े हैं, I'm sure you have already experienced that I am not into too much of showing off answer. I am into practical right answers. तो show off वाले answer नहीं करने. We don't have to do that. So can everybody here do these 2 steps? Understand the question properly. What it is asking explicitly and what is it asking implicitly also. True or not? So you have a party. And you are going for that party. And your mother is unwell. And she wants you not to go to the party. And she wants you to stay there to take care of your mother. Get that? So you're all dressed up, ready and everything. And you come to your mama and you tell her that I'm going for the party. So mama is finding it very difficult to stop you. Yes or no? But she wants to stop you. Get that? So she asks the question. Jana zaruri hai. Is it necessary to go? What is the answer to it? Yes, I am all dressed up. But if you understand the spirit of my mother's question, the way she said it, yes, the situation that it is, would your answer change or not? Would your answer change? Can your answer also be, Mama jana to zaruri hai, because everyone is waiting for me, so it is essential that I want to, yes or no? But it seems you are not well. You tell me, Mama, if it is an emergency, I will stop. Good answer? And if you simply say, yes, obviously, what else? What else do you want? Main taiyar kis liye hu? Why have got ready? And then you leave. When you come back, no, it's not rude, Priyanka. When you come back, you feel your mother is not very happy. And you tell her, what happened? And she said, you left me like that. So you say, you should have told me. She said, I told you. But she did not tell you no in so many words. She said, jana zaruri hai. Is it necessary to go? So what do you say? Mama, you always say things in a roundabout, beta. Yes or no? Why don't you say directly? Perfectly okay. Do you also realize the situation of mama, that she sees you all excited and about to go, and she has her way of politely doing that? Does it happen? Am I joking, or does it happen in reality? Has it happened to you also many a times? What you said was something not very clear. Yes or no? But the way you said, you wanted the other person to understand that. I'm not getting into that complexity of what you said and what happened in your life. And because of that, you already added a lot of stuff in your mug. I'm not into that. I'm saying for the examiner, can we understand the 2 things? Very important, letter and spirit. When 3 students are after my life, sir, when the mountain is there, how will it cause interannual variation? I said 1 fellow. Sir, it will be this. I said another fellow. The third में क्या हुआ? Hello, only you can be rude. मिला आंसर कि नहीं मिला, या और दूं? True or not? Then we also come out of that. But let's be very clear on this. Is everyone clear? What do I mean by the letter and spirit of the question? Do we get that? Letter and spirit of the question. Can I do an exercise with you on this? देखें क्या करते हैं आप? Letter and spirit exercise. In geography, human geography, I will teach you about tribes of India, tribals of India. Everyone okay? I'll teach you about tribals of India. Do you think tribals of India are getting a fair deal? They are very prosperous. Government is taking amazing care of them. Administration is always serving them. And now, we are even talking about a presidential nomination of, a tribal woman. Yes, when we are talking about Srimati Draupadi Murmu. So, उससे क्या संथालीस का लाइफ बदल जाएगी? ये तो आपने रेड लिया ना, वो तो जीएस में बता दिया, शी इज फ्रॉम संथल ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी, आप बड़े हैप्पी, अब तो एग्जाम पास हो गया, आई नो हर कम्युनिटी. Will that help? So Is there? Do you see that there is a disconnect between the tribal and the administration? Yes. Do you see because of this gap, left-wing extremism or Naxalism came in? Do you see? Sir, is this geography or some other subject? This is geography. This is human geography. When we'll be doing population geography, issues related, problems of Indian population, that is what we are talking about. So there is a tension. There is a tension. Who is winning, the tribals or the administration? Who has the power to win? Administration. So are there some wrongs which are done? Are they deprived of their rights at times? Not always, not with our intention, but can it happen that we make choices which will deprive them of their right? Possible? I'm not saying anyone is doing it on purpose, but is it possible or not? It is possible. And tribal areas are rich with resources also. Chota Nagpur Plateau has got many resources, many tribes also. Yes, sir. Central, we are talking about India, Madhya Pradesh, so many tribes. Chhattisgarh, so many tribes, so many resources also. Odisha, बहुत सारे tribal areas. Poor भी हैं. Do they have political representation? वो भी नहीं. So I have a question for you. Please pay attention to this. Should a voluntary moratorium be imposed on all fresh mining? Remember mining activities? All fresh mining in tribal areas of India. Everyone, please listen to me. Your answer has to be yes or no with your reasons. Who are you? Who are you? You're not my student. You're not my student. You are an advisor. You are an expert advisor to the government of India. You are an expert advisor to the government policymakers of India. I'm so glad that Sneha says, sir, how can I answer? English is my problem. What is moratorium? Moratorium is mutually accepted short-term halt. Is everyone okay? So thank you for asking the question. You have the thing. Please take yes or no. First think about it. Don't type. I'll give you a true and false. You are not a student. You are an advisor to the policymakers. You have access to things. Think about it. Take a call. Should a voluntary moratorium be imposed on all fresh mining in tribal areas of India? Sure. So the poll is, if you are saying yes, go for true. If you're saying no, go for false. Should a moratorium be imposed on all fresh mining in tribal areas of India? Yes or no? Think about it. I'll ask you the reasons also. You want to see the results? 41% want to go yes. 41% are saying yes. 59% are saying no. You get that? We should go for the moratorium, yes. We should not go for a moratorium, no. Everyone, what is step 1 of good answer writing? What is step 1 of good answer writing? Everyone? Step 1 of good answer writing. Letter and spirit. Understand the question. Understand the question in two things. Letter. Letter says, let us stop something. Spirit is, let us stop something for something. So दोनों will go in deciding yes or no. So majority तो no पे गया है, but brute majoritarianism is not good for democracy. Let's go for a minority first. Why do you want this moratorium to be imposed? Quickly, yes, Wallace. I said I'll ask you the reasons also. Why? Why do you want this moratorium to be imposed? You are less in number. I am standing for you. Why do you want a moratorium to be imposed? Quickly, let's not waste time. Quickly, 1.2 point. Don't write paragraphs. You've said yes. Why? So tribal rights are protected. So protection of tribal right. Protection of tribal right. Sir, ecology. Sir, acceptance. Sir, social equality. Social equality. Sir, displacement of tribals. Sir, in terms so that we find sustainable solution. So we should by time find sustainable solution. Yes or no? Ecology, environment, So we'll get to know what they want, get to know their needs. We'll get time for their rehabilitation. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone, other people, other people, other people. No. जल्दी से बताइए. Why do you not want this to happen? What is your problem with this? Sir, our economic development will be hampered. Economic development. Sir, it brings jobs. Sir, mineral shortage हो जाएगा. Very good, mineral shortage. Sir, tribals are getting jobs. Tribal livelihood will be gone. The India mines are less than its potential. It should increase. Resource. Sir, unemployment बढ़ जाएगा. Sir, इन लोगों का. बताइए. और कोई कारण? Quickly, quickly. 59%. It can hamper regional development. Regional development. Sir, there will be greater import dependence. Yes. And there will be that fiscal deficit and all those things. Capital deficit dependence. Thank you, sir. GDP will be impacted. Everyone, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Both sides have it. So everyone, what do you have, both of you? Both sides are correct. You are having what? Letter. I am doing this exercise to tell you. किसी ने कहा सर लेस बैड आंसर कैसे करूंगा मैं? लेस बैड नहीं, मैं तो गुड आंसर ही सिखाता हूँ. तुम अपने बैड वाले मग में बैठे रहो, मेरा तो बैड ही होगा, बैड ही होगा, बैड ही होगा. तो मैं बैड में हूं नहीं, मैं तो अच्छा ही करूँ. Is everyone okay? Now, what is missing in your decision is the spirit. Everyone. Is it compulsory lockdown in the country? Is it a compulsory demonetization? Is it a compulsory demonetization? Yes or no? No. Is it a permanent one? Is it a ban? No. Is it happening everywhere in the world? Are the mines only in tribal areas? Can I say limited? Is the sentence saying all mines of the past also? No. Only fresh mining. That means they have not started yet. So tell me, will economic development be compromised for something which has not started? Will unemployment come? Will their livelihood be destroyed for something which is not even there? They are living without it also. They are happy without it. So regional development कैसे होगा? Their development is not going to happen with this. अभी तक तो नहीं. Import dependence, well, wherever you have minerals, you're using that. That's what we're talking about. So मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ. I want to ask one simple question. Why did this question arise? Question arise because of the dissent in the mind of people, the suspicion in the minds of tribals, left-wing extremism, Naxalites able to sympathize, to gain sympathy of the tribals, able to portray that the government is against you. To undo that with that spirit, that the tribals feel that the government is on their side. Government is not anti-tribal. Government is with them, trying to talk to them. That remember when you play games like basketball, is there a timeout? T20 में होता है strategic timeout, 2.5 मिनट का timeout हो गया. So what did we say? Okay, we are not coming here with bulldozers. Yes or no? आए bulldozer तोड़ दिया, नया है नहीं. Yes or no? We are not coming here with bulldozers. We will first talk to you. We'll tell you what is there and then get into this. Everyone tell me, did the government have to roll back the 3 farm bills? Were the 3 farm bills all wrong? Were the 3 farm bills all wrong? No. But there was no consensus building. If there was a moratorium, hello, the opposition parties, they went with a voice vote. The opposition parties, this is important for the development of the country. Agriculture needs a new deal. This is what we are bringing. Hello, Mr. Farmers. This is what we are going to do. You have 3 months. 3 months, come and put your protest. Please talk to us. Yes or no? We have created a group of ministers. Remember the group of ministers who were created afterwards? तो जबरदस्ती जाके कहते नहीं ये बढ़िया है बढ़िया बढ़िया है. पहले कर देते तो काम मिल जाता. The mother simply said, is it essential to go home or go to party tonight? Did you get the message from the mother? Did you get the message from the question? You tell me that the tribals who feel their rights are violated, tribals who feel that their natural habitat is eroded, tribals who feel that these people are taking away our benefits, our resources, even our religious places. These people are doing that and throwing us out of our house with that suspicion. If I say, hello, no, that is not my intention. That is not my intention. Can we go for a halt? Yes or no? So your decision is this. अब मैं किसी को बुला के बोलूं हाँ भाई समझ आया नहीं है वो तो तुम जवाब ही नहीं देते हो. जवाब ही नहीं देते हो तो तुम तो stay within your means. मैं तो means तोड़ के निकलता हूँ. Early morning, first thing which I told my students 7:30, आज answers लिखने 7 answers. अपनी औकात के बाहर लिखना. What you never thought of लिख देना. I will take it. No problem. You're going to write the mains in 45 days. किस चीज की शर्म है यार? Experiment. जो करना try करो. That's what we are talking about. ऐसे लिखे जाते हैं अच्छे आंसर. डर डर के है ना. Number 3 क्या है? आइडियाज आ गए, ऑर्गेनाइज करना है, ये भी हमने क्या किया एवरीवन, व्हाट वाज दिस, कैन आई से ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, कैन आई से you did an amazing brainstorming for pros and cons of this. Everyone who's listening to me, the class did an amazing brainstorming for this question, the pros and the cons. And then you will come to the conclusion based on the spirit of the question. Yeah, I think moratorium, and that too for a selected only tribal areas, वो भी fresh तो बनता है. That's okay, but we must define the time. We must define where will we meet, and the execution should be very very expeditious. समझ में आता है? अब ये आ गए, दोनों चीज हो गई. Letter and spirit. Did I demonstrate? Can there be error in understanding the spirit? My intention was not to prove you wrong, but can there be an error? If the error is not there, I want to tell you, I have known students with weak English, with poor English, less abilities, getting more marks. You know why? Because उस आंसर में जो स्पिरिट को उन्होंने आंसर किया, the way they were able to connect to the demand of the question, examiner really felt, yeah, this fellow nailed the answer. I know this fellow looks like he's from some non-Hindi speaking state, his non-English speaking state, his English is weak, but भाई जो बात कह रहा है ना दम है. True or not? Do we come across people, the ideas which they are giving us, the language does not matter. जो कम बुरा लिखना चाहते हो आंसर, गलत जगह आ गए. मैं तो अच्छे आंसर देने वाला हूँ, और अच्छे भी नहीं, ग्रेट ही लिखूंगा. बाकी कल अगर आपका मग कभी ग्रेट है ही नहीं, मंकी बकवास कर रहा है, कुछ होता नहीं है. Keep the monkey alive, animal lover that you are. Weave them using amazing language. Can I say amazing language, beautiful language, Shashi Tharoor language? No. Powerful, effective, and correct language. इतना कर लो, आपका आंसर थोड़ा हो जाएगा. ग्रेट आंसर की रेसिपी बस इतना है. And I want to tell you, where does the game begin? Game begins with this and game ends with this. Most people are not into this. Moment there, अरे ट्राइबल पे क्वेश्चन आया, ट्राइबल पे क्वेश्चन आया, लिख दे. सर ने तो बताया था वॉमिट. ट्राइबल पे क्वेश्चन आया, लिख दे. Second is, you have no ideas of your own. You have no ideas of your own. Or if you have idea, you don't have the tool to get into those ideas and pull them out. The third is, ideas तो है सर. I have a lot to tell her. बोल नहीं पाता हूँ. एक रिक्वेस्ट है आपका. क्या रिक्वेस्ट है? One PYQ. Understand, think about it, write something. Will this language improve? Will this language improve or not? This listening to me will not happen. कर दीजिए, मैजिक हो जाए. That's my promise. It's not first year I'm doing. I've been doing it for so many years. And as I said, खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर. I am not happy with what I did yesterday, emptying your boxes. Because अभी इसमें और कचरा आ जाएगा. पहले तो पुराना कचरा था ना, old chronic diseases. Now you will have contemporary COVID-like diseases. Don't fill them up. It's my responsibility to give you sufficient stuff so that बेकार आएगा ही नहीं. कर सकते हैं मॉर्निंग वाला? तो अगर कर सकते हैं तो एक मैंने आपको इंट्रोडक्शन शायद किसी स्पेशल क्लास में लिया था. Everyone, I did take this question in one of the special classes. So this is what you have to write. क्या था question? I created a question for you. Examine the factors responsible for the variable rainfalls in India. ये है ना. Quickly. ये मैंने पहले आपको दिया है question when I was teaching you introduction. If you missed that, don't worry. Or maybe I did it in a special class. Examine the factors responsible for uneven distribution of rainfall in India. Okay, so Sneha says, sir, I remember this question. This was done in the NCRT class. I think I gave you an introduction for this. You can use that. करेंगे? अच्छे से लिखना है. I don't want a less bad answer. If you have written a less bad answer, give it to someone you think you hate. Don't give it to me. ठीक है? आशुतोष, any time limit? हाँ, time limit बिल्कुल है. आज रात 12 AM tonight midnight तक देना. No sir, I'm asking sir कितना समय लेना? कितना समय लेना? You take whatever time. I would say you can give yourself 15 minutes to write this. How many words? 250, 200 to 250 words. Okay, that. So आज मैंने ना एक instruction डाला था. Morning, you've not given the means ever. So what we did was today's paper. When we gave the paper today, I'll see if I can share today's paper. So today's question paper for Master Stroke Mentorship Program. So the instruction on that was, and that has been taken from the real mean examination. Let me write that for you also, so that you learn to write good answers. It says the content of the answer is more important than its length. ये कौन देता है? UPSC instructions on all GS papers. आंसर बुकलेट पे लिखा होता है. So am I asking you to finish 200, 250 words, or am I asking you to get the content? And content in what? Letter and spirit. Have we done the brainstorming in the class? Have we done the organization also? Your job to understand the question step 1. Step 2 has already been done in the class. Step 3 with diagrams, illustrations, you have to write it. हो जाएगा? ठीक है? अब एल नीनो पे जा रहे हैं. Let's have a break. 16:52 हो गया. 7-8 minutes का break ले लेते. 1700. Today I want to extend the class by half an hour. Is it okay? ठीक है? So let's take a break. quickly. We'll meet at 5 o'clock. Everyone, are we back? So tonight, midnight, submit this answer. Use input from whatever we have done. And keep this somewhere whenever you're thinking of answer writing. First thing in the morning, without fail, Snap where to submit. Submit to me directly. Don't submit on the group. Submit to me directly. Get that? Sure. The next thing which I want to do in this is something we call as global teleconnections. What are we going to do? Did we do rainfall variability earlier? I think variability index and the formula also, if you remember that. Weather system. I hope you're reading from the book also. The characteristic feature of monsoon rainfall, actual rainfall is different. This is called coefficient. Places such as Mangalore on the west coast have a coefficient. The Himalayan belt also falls in this category. So everyone, when people are asking, sir, how relief can contribute to variability, relief increases the variability. Is everyone okay? Increases the variability. Get that? Or rather than increase, why should I say increase? Relief alters the variability. Somewhere it can reduce also, no? Alters the variability. Is everyone okay with that? So, and we saw places which had the least rainfall, they had the maximum variability also. Spatial and temporal distribution, rainfall displays a lot of variation. So if you're doing your brainstorming and, as I said, writing the right language and you don't have anything to read, can you read this? I think you would have done this. The southwest monsoon is highly variable, essentially because of southward movement of jet streams, Tibetan anticyclone displaces, the re-establishment of jets, the extension of subtropical high pressure in Arabia. Arabia में subtropical high pressure, okay, at 30 degrees. This causes shifting of monsoon trough. Do you know what is monsoon trough? When the Arabian Sea is cooler, can Arabian Sea be cooler? Why? Because Somali current can make it cooler. The wind blowing from southwest do not pick up much moisture because the southwest winds which are coming, so they will not pick up the moisture. Yes or no? El Nino effect can also spell doom on this. So this is something about the temperature of Indian Ocean. El Nino is the temperature of Pacific Ocean. These are called global teleconnections. What are these called? These are called global teleconnections. Is everyone with me on this? This is what we are talking about. Okay, let's go further. Spatially, two general trends emerge. A decline in the West Bengal, Odisha coast towards wet and the northwest towards, I think it should be west. Spelling mistake, west and northwest. And then what else do we have? It shows a declining trend from the west coast of India towards peninsula. So this, the arrows which we had already made, this is coming from that. Why am I reading this? I'm reading this so that you are comfortable with what we are trying to come to. So brainstorming bhi kariye, book mein bhi padhiye, and you will find that brainstorming gives more original ideas. Books generally stretch a few limited ideas. Do we get that? So everyone, if you're listening to me, do you think you can write better than books? Some of you would say one day. I'm saying even today you can write better than the book. Based on the lecture, if you are to write something on monsoon, no, compare it with cooler, you will find you have more points, you have more dimensions. Get that? So monsoon, which I've explained to you till now, not much was known about it for very long. Not much was known about it for very long. And it was only after post-World War II that focus came on study of monsoons. And that too, especially post 1972. What have I told you? I've just told you a fact. I've just told you a fact. And this is the letter. Let me tell you the spirit behind it, why this happened. So everyone, rich countries have the time, money, technology to invest in making their life better. Yes or no? True. Atmosphere is one such thing. I want to tell you, I don't know how many of you heard that or not. How many of you heard that last week? This was a major news that Southern Europe is facing a major water crisis. Southern Europe. Remember, Europe is above 30-degree line. Europe is a temperate continent. I don't know how many of you are reading beyond the class. So Southern Europe, Italy में rationing हो रही है पानी की. Italy में पानी की rationing हो रही है. That you are not allowed to use water for this purpose, that purpose. Let me add a similar thing that happened in the southern hemisphere towards south. Have you heard of Day Zero in South Africa? How many of you heard of Day Zero in South Africa? So South Africa has been suffering from prolonged droughts. Same problem is for Mediterranean also. Droughts have been normal. Why? One very big reason is climate change. They started rationing, so no water is to be wasted. In fact, the water was given to people only from common government points. So if you carry a container, वहां से भरेंगे, कपड़े वपड़े धोना होना बंद हो गया, नहाना बंद हो गया. Imagine you can wash your clothes and all those things, and only water that is coming from there. And they had counted the amount of water also, and that was Day Zero. And on this day, city of Cape Town will have no water. Can you see? Mediterranean is also on the coast. Cape Town is also on the coast. It's a coastal city. Does that send you a very strong message? Does that send you a very strong message that being close to the coast where there is water everywhere, you do not have water to drink? It is a normal thing. Converting seawater to fresh water is very energy intensive. तो practical नहीं है, large scale पर नहीं हो सकता है. Do we get that, everyone? True. Now I want to tell you that this is happening in Europe. Europe is a developed continent. Will they invest all they have in the R&D on this? Meteorological department, everything, will they invest on it? So much so they can even find out Day Zero किस दिन खत्म होगा. इंडिया में भी ये नहीं पता होता किस दिन खत्म होगा. True or not? Polythene अभी यूज हो रहा है नहीं? Single use polythene is being used or not? रोड साइड पे थैला मिल रहा है, वो तो बैन हो गया. And is the tea also coming? वो थैले में जो चाय बन के देता था, or that like chutney which used to come, samosa के साथ chutney in that small bag, is it still coming or not? The paradox of a developing country, when rules are coming from top down. Ayush, implementation is poor. You will have to unleash the police, beat up the people. If the rules are to come from top down, implementation is a problem. If the rules come from bottom up, yes sir? When people realize that mask is important, सबने पहना है नहीं पहना. True or not? When we realize mask is important, सबने पहना है. Ayush is saying there is no alternative. Were the mask available, lot of it, sanitizer हर घर में available कराया गया. Yes or no? I'm saying it has to be a collaboration. Government as well as the people. लोगों में भी ये समझ होनी चाहिए. Yes or no? So I went to buy some fruits from the market. Everyone listen to this. I went to buy some fruits from the market the day this ban was there. The day this ban came into force, single-use plastic. So I went to the phalwala. He had some mangoes and he had some jamun. So I was asking him the rate, and a lady standing there, she said, "आप लोग थैला क्यों नहीं लाते?" She looked at me and in a scolding manner, she said, "Why don't you people get a bag with you? If you people get bag, these people will stop using these polythene bags." So I could see that she is not a seller. She is just a aware citizen who's trying to spread the message. So I looked at the lady. I said, "Ma'am, I have a bag." So she said, "Oh, very good. I'm so glad that you have a bag." She left. Now I asked this fellow, the fruit fellow, who is this lady? Are these people from the government? Are they keeping an eye that the rules are being followed? He said, "Sir, इसी की वजह से बैन हुआ है. ये 5 साल से पीछे पड़ी हुई है. This has been banned because of this woman. Last 5 years, sir. Wherever I've set up the stall, she comes to every community market and says, 'No plastic, no plastic, sir.' Which is because of these women, sir, it has been stopped." Imagine what kind of patient and persistent woman is she. Last 5 years, community awareness. She has been visiting every local market and has been asking the people, the vendors, not to use it. When the law comes into force, when there's a law also, then also she's in the market. And she confidently, when she looked at me, she said it with all authority, "Why don't you people get the bags?" And I was so happy that I had a bag. I said, "I have a bag, don't worry. I carry my bag to the market." Do we get that? So rules will be followed if people are in this. That sabji wala feels that this woman is responsible for the law, not realizing that these laws are the need of the hour. True or not, everyone? Environmentalist ideas, need of the hour. I don't know, Ayush, whether these things we are spreading in our children or not. The country is still doing a lot of litter. Yes or no? आपने देखा कार में कारोबार चलता है. So many places, there are people, educated people, in their cars, consuming alcohol and throwing their plastic bottles out here and there. जो खत्म होता जाता है माल, कभी चकना खत्म हो गया, बॉटल खत्म हो गया, जो भी है, खिड़की के बाहर निकलता रहता है. True or not? I live in a city, Delhi, and it happens. Whatever bottles, early morning आप देख लीजिए. Early morning I go for a walk and I see all those bottles, all those points which are there. And we expect these people to stop single-use plastic. Yes or no? Purvi saying, so please have a look at my message and suggest some good ways. No, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in this. So everyone, can I say the temperate world has the energy, has the money, has the technology to go into R&D. So I want to tell you, temperate weather is very well understood. If you remember, people who attended my physical geography classes, there I tell you, temperate cyclones are more well studied compared to tropical cyclones. Get that? So they have the research and development and everything, and their temperate weather is also predictable. Do you get that? India being a developing country, not much funds were allocated to understanding monsoon. Though it impacts everything, though it impacts the whole population, but not much was done in that. So not much theories are there. So when I bring you to theories of monsoon, I have few theories. Some of them will be called classical theories. Classical theories is they existed in the classical old times, not very scientific, not scientifically accurate. Can I say old time theories? These are called classical theories. And the theories which were given when understanding of the science increased, that is called the recent theories. Can you see recent theory starts in 1951? Can I say post World War II? Is everyone okay? True. So let me give you, though it is written over here, let me give you a crux of these. Everyone, I'm going to give you a crux of it. IMD is assessing weather forecast to whole Asia. Why not? So Sneha, first of all, IMD has come to like its potential now. पहले नहीं था, ठीक है? Post 1950s, अभी 1970s में जो हमारा हुआ एक स्पेशल एक्सपीडिशन हुआ, we call it the monsoon expedition or MONEX. रशिया के साथ इंडिया ने किया था. उसके बाद से after 1972 we have gained a lot. After 1972 we have gained a lot, and IMD, the kind of work that is happening there is happening now. And let us not forget, tropical weather, tropical atmospheric changes are very, very unpredictable. That is also a fact. Is everyone with me on this? Okay. So theories of Indian monsoon. Just giving you a graph. It is written in the material also. But as I can see, many of you are just coming for the classes and not looking at the material with the rigor that is needed. So वो भी करना शुरू करिए, please. So theories of Indian monsoon. Everyone, 1686. 1686. Imagine 17th century. Who knew the science? Who knew the science? So a person by the name Halley, not Headley, Halley. He made the first attempt to scientifically explain Indian monsoon. Before this, what was there? Arabic word, Mosin, seasonal reversal of wind was called monsoon. Is everyone okay? Every book says this. So the Arabs were looking at that. Were they very scientific? Were their explanations very scientific? No, they were not. So what did Halley do? Halley looked at them and he called them land and sea breeze. Land and sea breeze. Do we know what is land breeze? What is sea breeze? During the day, land becomes hot, low pressure, oceans are warmer, so the wind blows from high to low. So ocean. So this is called sea breeze. At night, land becomes colder, and here high pressure, so wind blows from land to sea. That is land breeze. Can I say thermal idea? Can I say uses the idea of differential heating? So he says land and sea breeze generally happens locally, generally happens in coastal areas. Say Chennai is saying that, Mumbai is saying that, Ratnagiri is saying that. Yes, he says when land and sea breeze at a gigantic scale. Gigantic जो लोग नहीं जानते हो क्या होता है? Large scale, scale of continental scale. पूरे कॉन्टिनेंट के गर्म होने से हवा इधर जा रही है, उधर जा रही है. That is called monsoon. Is everyone okay? Is he right or wrong? Is he right or wrong? He is absolutely right. Remember, exceptional heating, thermal heating of Indian peninsula or Indian plate causes that, not plate, Indian subcontinent. He's right to that extent, but he's not able to explain. He's not able to explain the dynamics, that it will branch, when will it burst, how will the advance happen. All those things are not there. But can I say broadly he understands it because of thermal reasons? So that's why I'm saying more scientific, not just like the Arabs, not just like the Arabs. Can we go further? Now the Second World War happens, and there is this Mr. Flown. He accepts the thermal idea. He accepts the thermal idea of differential heating, but he's saying it is not that the wind from here and there. He sees the role of trade winds. Monsoons, southwest monsoons, are trade winds, southeast trade winds of southern hemisphere pulled into northern hemisphere due to shift of sun and sun's heat. Is everyone clear with this? Can I say flown is an advancement to heli? Make sense? But as I'm saying, there is no agency. There is no agency which is designated to look into this. And is monsoon only an Indian phenomenon? Monsoon impacts the whole South Asia and Southeast Asia. Remember, the Bay of Bengal branch was there also. So should the countries not collaborate? Is it only the study of India which is enough? So we need to look at, we need to understand more. All of us have to come together, but that is not happening. That is not happening. So if that had happened, which was happening in temperate area, many things were clear. So ये नहीं हो रहा है, individual हो रहा है. 1958, Professor Koteshwaran, he was studying this phenomena of monsoon, and he felt that the Himalayas and Tibetan plateau have a role to play. Do you agree? Now do you know that? True or not? So Tibetan heating, low pressure, then aloft, what is created? Anticyclone. Once again telling, अगर कल भी हमने anticyclone पे बात की, anticyclone क्या होता है? High pressure. So please, everyone, when I teach you, you feel wow, it is easy. But I really want to tell you that it did not happen in one go. People had different theoretical understanding, one by one, different things kept on connecting, joining, and do we see that it is an important role? If that Tibetan anticyclogenesis does not happen, the air will not rise. If the air will not rise, it will not go back. The stretched heavy cell will not be there, and that thing. So he was there. So उन्होंने कहा ठीक है, I also agree कि ये यहाँ पर आ रहा है. The trade winds are pulled from the southern hemisphere to the northern hemisphere, but that pulling is happening because Himalayas and Tibetan plateau get heated up a lot. Is everyone okay? उसके बाद बहुत सारी हैं, फिर जेट स्ट्रीम का रोल आ गया, जेट स्ट्रीम थ्योरी. And what will happen is these individual findings will what is jet stream theory? सर ये तो लिखवाया नहीं, air flow aloft. Sir, what role does it play? Come on here, I took 2 classes on this only. Is everyone clear? But there's no consolidated work happening. 1972. The modern understanding of monsoon is based on the great Monet's experiment. Monet's experiment, Mon is for monsoon, experiment is expedition. India, Russia, international collaboration. They said we will find out all the factors responsible. What is causing the monsoons? And this gave us the modern understanding, the Monet's, and this confirmed the role of jet streams. Is everyone okay? Starting with heli, remember simple idea, thermal idea, and we have come there. So can they ask something on Monet's? Well, I don't know. If they ask, have I given you something? This is Monet's. Experiment, May 1975, 52 research ships were deployed in tropical oceans, 10 degree north to 10 degree south. 104 aircrafts were successfully completed. We not only studied India, we studied Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean. This Monet's was designed to have 3 components. What were the 3 components? They studied the winter Monet's. They studied Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Malaysia, Indonesia. Summer Monet's, they studied that also. And remember West African, when later jet, West African monsoon expedition over western central part of Africa, they also. The international Monet's management centers were set up in Kuala Lumpur and New Delhi. Yeah, that everything was happening, and they were trying to understand that why it is there. The first attempt was done by the International Indian Ocean Expedition, which was jointly organized by International Council for Scientific Unions, Scientific Committee on Ocean Research, and UNESCO and WMO. उन सब ने काम किया था उससे पहले. Two more experiments were conducted along with India and former USSR. Now it is Russia. Former USSR 73-77 with limited participation from other countries. Other countries were less. तो बाकी लोग भी कर रहे थे, हम लोगों ने किया. These experiments are known as Indo-Soviet monsoon experiments or monsoon 77, respectively. It was observed from these experiments the specific zone of the coast of Kenya. The jet streams cross. So कहाँ पता चला? Remember the Finlater jet stream? So that is crossing from here. It was also observed that the fluctuation in the intensity of low-level cross equator resulted from fluctuation of rainfall over Maharashtra. Remember Maharashtra ke west mein those vortices were there. Upper air observations over the Bay of Bengal were also made. Airflow aloft also. More intensive data collection effort was made under the aegis of another international experiment called the MONEX. This was jointly done by the Global Atmospheric Research Program (GARP) of ICSU. ICSU बहुत बड़ी एजेंसी है जो दुनिया में साइंटिफिक रिसर्च को कोलैबोरेट करवाती है. So ICSU has a program called GARP. In collaboration with WMO, they have worked on that, and 45 countries pooled in their talents, and they have worked on this. Is everyone okay? So will they ask us this? No, they will not ask. So then why did you read it out? Because if I don't read it, you'll never read it. Yes. And if I allow you to read it, you will read it in 5 days, you will mug up everything. I read it in 2 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. And I don't remember anything. Is it okay? International collaboration happened. Multiple ships, aircrafts were sent for observations in the tropical belt, in the equatorial belt of Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Atlantic Ocean. Connections were found out. Reasons why monsoon is happening. Not only surface, aloft. सब कुछ हो गया. काम की चीज है या नहीं? Does it make sense? If you're able to read it like this, trust me, this is called reading. The teacher already told you the theories we are understanding. ये Professor Koteshwaram का वो है. He said उधर जो है in the upper area, the thermal engine that it is. So what happens? The winds from the southern hemisphere, they will cross the equator and they will come over. Is everyone with me on this? कोटेश्वरम ने क्या कहा वो भी यहाँ पर लिख के दिया है. आपको टाइम मिलेगा तो जरूर पढ़िएगा. और मैं क्यों बोलता हूँ टाइम मिलेगा? आई शुड से कि पढ़िएगा यार, टाइम का तो मतलब ही नहीं. इज एवरीवन ओके? यस सर, आफ्टर क्लास रीडिंग में समझ भी आता है. यस, आफ्टर क्लास यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड. एंड एवरीवन, कैन यू सी डिड आई स्किप अ लॉट? स्किप. ICSU उनका प्रोग्राम गार्प इन कोलैबोरेशन विद वर्ल्ड मीटरोलॉजिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ठीक है, याद है. अदरवाइज कोई दिक्कत नहीं. यस, इफ यू कैन रिमेंबर दैट दैट्स ओके, अदरवाइज दैट्स ऑल फाइन. ये मिलकर इन लोगों ने क्या किया? मोनेक्स किया. 40 countries and scientists all coming together, they are studying surface, upper atmosphere. This has led to our greater understanding. And this brought to light something called as global teleconnections. What did it tell us? Global teleconnections. That Indian monsoon is not just a phenomena of Indian Ocean. It is a phenomena of multiple things. Is everyone okay? So I want you to take a fresh page. Turn your notebook around. Fresh page. Turn your notebook around. Global teleconnections lead to interannual variations. Everyone with me on this? Everyone, I'm going to make half the world map. Half the world map means I'm going to make Indian Ocean as well as Pacific Ocean, so please pay attention. Please pay attention. This is the equator. You don't draw it, at least get to know what I'm doing, then you can draw. India, Asia. People who've done paper 1 with me, they know how to draw a world map. People who've done world geography GS with me, they would also know. Everyone, did we get that? Did I make 2 oceans? Can you make this? बना सकते हैं श्रीलंका, if you are left with some respect for them. Are we done? So everyone, which is the belt at equator? What is the name of the belt at equator? What is the name of the pressure belt at equator? So that is called the doldrum. Yes or no? यहाँ पे doldrum होता है नहीं होता है? 5 degrees north and south of equator. Do we have the doldrum belt? Is it a high pressure belt or a low pressure belt? Is it a high pressure belt or a low pressure belt? So it is a low pressure belt. Is the air rising here or sinking here? Rising or sinking? So the air is rising over here. Perfect. The air which is rising over here, where does it go? Rise करने के बाद when it reaches tropopause, where does this air go? Quickly, everyone. Remember, I've already made the cells for you. Where will this air go? So this air will go towards 30 degrees. So it is rising like that, and then it will turn. It will go to 30 degrees north, 30 degrees south. Perfectly okay. What cell is that called? What cell is that called? It will go to 30 degrees. It will sink and come back. Yes or no? What cell do we call it? Everyone, do you remember Hadley cell? Everyone, not Hadley cell. Do we remember that? Very good. The air that rises goes north and south. North up to 30 degrees is Hadley cell of the northern hemisphere. And then we have the Hadley cell of the southern hemisphere. Is everyone with me? Now I am talking about the studies revealed that yes, the air goes north and south, but actually a lot of air does not go north and south. It stays above equator. It stays above the doldrum and goes east and west. And it will sink in Africa. It will sink here. And then it will come back. To complete the cell. So what cell is this? Is this a north-south cell? No. This is an east-west cell. North-south to normally wo jagah hai. North-south to normally is this cell. Yes or no? North-south would have been this. That is Hadley cell, but this is separate. So Professor Walker studied this. So all such east-west circulations on the same latitude, are called Walker circulations. Walker cell. Now someone might say, sir, I did not do paper 1, इसलिए मुझे समझ नहीं आया. Everyone who's done paper 1 with me, did I ever talk about this there? There we were just talking about the longitudinal cell. So I'm introducing it for the first time. So if you are new to this, please do not live with that in your mug. अरे नया नया है, तेरे को कुछ नहीं आता है. मैंने बता दिया. And sir, but मैंने वो नहीं किया था ना सर, Hadley cell. कल बताया था. कल वो भी कराया. Everything. So normally the air rises, goes towards the pole on either side and sinks over there. But the air which is this. So Mr. Walker observed he knew only of Hadley cell, but he found that this is happening. Is everyone okay? So in the upper atmosphere, the winds are like this, and in the lower atmosphere, they're like this. Can I call them the trade winds, easterlies? Can I call them the easterlies? Trade winds. Is everyone okay? Trade winds are blowing like this. Remember, trade winds blow from 30 to 30. What will they do to the water? If Walker cell is there, what will they do to the water? Will the water be pushed on the western side? Yes or no? Will the water be pushed on the western side? True. Everyone. Will the water be pushed on the western side? And eastern side, the winds are pushing it. Which winds? Trade winds are pushing this water. Is everyone okay? Now tell me, how many of you remember that when we were reading ocean currents, we said that when this happens at equator, on the western side, the level of the water increases because the water is being pushed over there. Yes, sir? So the ज़्यादा हो जाएगा पानी, इधर कम हो जाएगा. And remember, when the water is pushed away from the sea, the water from the bottom comes up. Remember Somali current when I explained? Did I explain the Somali current? So will there be cold water here? And will we see that the equatorial warm water has been pushed over here, pile of warm water? Yes. Which area will be high pressure? Which area will be low pressure? Quickly tell me. Which area will be high pressure? Which area will be low pressure? Cold area will be high pressure. And the warm area will be high and low. Is everyone with me? Which area will have the air rising? Air becoming warm and rising happens. Which area? Low pressure. So can I say here the air is rising, evaporation happening, and rainfall will happen. In the northern hemisphere, we have Indonesia. In the southern hemisphere, we have Australia. These are the normal conditions. Normal condition of PO. PO stands for post office. No, PO stands for Pacific Ocean. Okay. Normal conditions of Pacific Ocean. What is it? What is it? Can I say western side? Warm, low pressure, warm pile of water. Why warm piling of water? Because that water has been pushed over here. इसलिए pile लगा है. Is everyone okay? Warm pile of water. It will give rain. Rain to which area? Can I say Southeast Asia? Australia? Southeast Asia, Australia. Yes, sir? Southeast Asia and Australia. But on the eastern side, it is cold. What is happening? Upwelling is happening. High pressure. Can I again say anticyclone? बार लिख रहा हूँ anticyclone so that you are comfortable with it. High means anticyclone. Will there be rising air or sinking air? Sinking air. Rising air causes cloud formation. Sinking air causes dry conditions. Sinking air, clear sky. Clear sky, no rainfall. Subsiding, sinking air, no rainfall. Therefore, dry desert. Which desert? Atacama Desert. Is everyone okay? So the western South America, that region is there. अच्छा इधर भी तो desert ही है ना, northern hemisphere में यहाँ पे desert है. Remember California desert और इधर कौन सा desert है? So people who don't know sir मुझे नहीं पता है. California. And what is this? Atacama. With me on this. Normally this happens. On the west coast there is upwelling. इधर क्या हो रहा है? Has everyone drawn this diagram? Is everyone clear about this? ये बताइए clear है या नहीं? No water. There must be some water. ठीक है. Fishing affected. क्यों fishing affected? क्या करना है fish को? क्या हो गया स्नेहा? What happened to the fish? यही कुछ पढ़ा है उसको जबरदस्ती कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं आप. Nothing is happening. Everyone. It has been found that for some reasons, unknown reasons. Remember what are these? Trade winds. The trade winds weaken. What happens? Trade weakens or even stops. 3 to 5 years. We don't know the reason. But the trade wind weakens or stops. So everyone, if it weakens or stop, will the piling happen? Will there be warm water here where we were looking at, the air rising? Will there be warm water over here? No. And remember there was extra water. Now that the push is not there, will the water have a tendency to flow back? Yes or no? That warm water which was here, it flows back along the slope. Because first the wind was constantly pushing it, so this was higher. Now the wind is not there, so something which is higher, by the simple law of physics, what will happen? It will have a tendency to come back. Will it come back or not? When it comes back, then where is the warm water? Here is the warm water. Will the upwelling happen? No, upwelling was happening because of the wind was being pushing the water from the surface, so upwelling also stops. Can I say now this side has become warmer, relatively warmer? This side has become warmer. Warm means where is the low pressure? Here is the low pressure. Where will the air rise? Air will rise here this time. It will start rising over here. When it rises over here, rising air cools. What does it create? Clouds. Will the clouds be created? Yes or no? Will Atacama start getting rain? Will Atacama start getting rain or not? Is everyone with me on this? This air will sink somewhere. Where does it sink? Here. Everyone, is the Walker circulation still there? Yes or no? The Walker is east-west. It is still there. Walker is there, but the direction has changed. Can I call this as reverse Walker? Why did this happen? This whole drama, why did this happen? Who caused it? Who caused this? Pranjal, जो मैंने कहा वो आंसर दो. Trade winds stopped. Trade winds slowed down. Why does that happen? Well, we don't know. Trade winds had weakened. We don't know why did they weaken, but they weakened. We observe that. Abhi we are still understanding it. Is everyone okay? Unpredictable. It used to happen 7-year cycle. Now it happens much earlier. 3 years also it changes. So weatherman has started saying that climate change has changed the frequency also. Now tell me, if the air is sinking at Australia and New Zealand now, or sorry, Australia and Indonesia, will there be rain or no rain? No rain. This condition is called the El Nino condition. Everyone, if you patiently drawn the maps also, I have given you the notes in the maps. It is written in the material also, but here you have got the understanding. यही map वहाँ बना देना है, यही map वहाँ भी बना देना है. Is everyone with me on this? Do we understand this diagram now? If you're wondering how I have to show it in one map only, you can show it this way also. Get that? ये क्या है? देखो हेडली सेल ऐसा होता है, नॉर्थ साउथ होता है. Headley cell is like that, and the dotted line is what? Walker cell. If you're not able to imagine, वो भी दिखा दिया. Is everyone okay? कहाँ पर high pressure, कहाँ low pressure, वो भी बता दिया. Northern hemisphere anomaly is there, upper wind is there, central Indian this thing है पुराना. अच्छा ये El Nino. ENSO happened. ENSO index is there. Tahiti Darwin index is there. El Nino category is measured. El Nino category for the current years and all those things. Everyone, have I shown you the utility of all the maps on my sheet? This is my last class on this. This around 15-page material. Everything is worth it. I've taken the pain of teaching you also, running notes also, and this also. Anyone who feels कि सर मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है, मेरा पिछला बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, let's not be inauthentic in this. ये गलत बात है. ये आप जबरदस्ती अपने मग में भर के बैठे हुए. I've gone step by step. Whatever we did not know, I have repeated that. You have diagrams. If you not practice, that's not fair on your part. Get that? चलिए, जो लोग sincerely कर रहे थे, I'm very sure ऐसा लग रहा है तो बहुत easy था. This was not very difficult. But then easy and difficult lies in our mind. Yes or no? If my mug tells me, ना तुमसे ना होगा, प्रॉब्लम रहेगी कि नहीं रहेगी? सो रेहान ने एक चित्र भी बनाया है. रेहान ने कहा सर मेरा चित्र देख लो. सो रेहान ठीक लग रहा है मुझे. इट्स ऑल गुड. कैन यूज द वन इन स्टडी मटेरियल ऑल्सो. So are there more than one ways of doing things or not? True. If you are following the class, I see some people missing the classes. I also get to know, the number of, like time spent in each lecture. So if I see, like the previous lecture has less number of students watching it and before that more, I can see, like probably some people are not completing them. Instead of the second lecture on the monsoon, they are jumping to the third lecture. Please don't do that. One sequence, second sequence, I was not in a hurry. Was I in a hurry? I had the material with me. Yehi material padenge. We will stick to this material. There will be tough things in the material. We will chop them off. My job to explain it to you. My job to look into the questions also. You said not bad answer in my last class today on monsoon. Did I give you a question? Did I tell you 3 steps to make an answer powerful? And I'm requesting you, apne mag mein kya dalenge? First thing in the morning, without talking to anyone. One PYQ of your choice. Wherever you're comfortable. GS, optional, whichever subject topic you want. Do that. Do that. जरूरत पड़ी फेंक देंगे, कोई टेंशन नहीं, बट मेक श्योर टू डू दैट. ठीक है? वेयर आर वी नाउ? चलिए अपने मॉनसून पर वापस चलते हैं. एवरीवन, so this has happened. So what will happen this time on the West Pacific Ocean? West Pacific Ocean. West Pacific Ocean. Can I say reverse Walker? Therefore, sinking air, dry conditions. Yes, dry conditions. In fact, drought conditions. How many of you remember 2019 bushfires of Australia? पूरा ऑस्ट्रेलिया जल रहा है. The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. कुछ नहीं कर सकते. They are giving water to animal, koala को बचाने गए and all those things. So that is happening. That is happening over there. यहाँ पर क्या होता है? Floods in Australia. And I want to tell you, Australia in a continent is very similar to India. जो वहाँ होता है ऐसा हमारे यहाँ भी होता है. So India में floods and droughts आते हैं and forest fire होता है, वहाँ पर भी होता है. And who's responsible? El Nino is responsible. El Nino is a Spanish word. Spanish word means the little boy. La Niña is a Spanish word, a little girl. El Nino or La Niña? La Niña क्या होता है? La Niña. LANINA. You say La Nina. Nina बोलो कोई दिक्कत नहीं. La Niña, El Nino. Spanish word. So when it started raining in the Atacama Desert, the desert turned green, and it happened around the Christmas time. So the people living over there, generally the Spanish-speaking people, because Spain was the colonizer over here, they said, wow, on Christmas, Christ has sent a gift to us of rainfall. So they named it El Nino. Do you get that? Is everyone okay? Now, Monex expedition shows us this. Acha, aisa bhi hota hai. Oh, very good. Monex mein pata chal gaya. Remember, Monex had aircraft. They are studying the upper atmosphere also, surface also, around 5 to 5 degrees. Monex mein pakad lenge ki nahi? Monex got this. Monex said, wow. So there is this circulation, and this is why it is happening. Is everyone okay? Now comes the big question. Something in the Pacific Ocean, is it impacting India also? Is it impacting India also? Everyone, please pay attention. Please pay attention. In the normal condition, what kind of water lies on Indonesia and Australia? In the normal condition, what kind of water lies on Indonesia, Australia compared to the Pacific Ocean? So this is the warmer water. Perfect. Are islands a solid barrier, or can the water flow through them? So it can flow. If it can flow, can it reach Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, and Andaman Sea? Which water is reaching Bay of Bengal, Andaman Sea? Warm or cold? So warm. If this water is warm, will it increase the temperature of Bay of Bengal? If the temperature of Bay of Bengal is created, what will happen to the number of depressions, storms created in Bay of Bengal? The number will be more. The intensity, the moisture will be more or less. So the number will be more, the moisture will be more. Are these storms and depressions our rain-bearing systems? Do you remember break in monsoon happens when rain-bearing systems are less? So will there be less breaks or more breaks under normal condition? Will there be less breaks or more breaks? So less breaks. So many systems are created. So normal condition is good for us or not? Is everyone okay? Normal condition is good for us. Should we pray for normal condition to be there? Yes, we pray for. What if everyone who has done this, the whole drama is run by trade winds? Can trade winds slow down? Yes, sir, they slow down. If they can slow down, then they can speed up also. If they slow down, can they speed up also? Yes, sir, they can speed up. Do we know the reason? No, we don't know the reason. But imagine, if the trade winds speed up, what will happen then? The normal condition will become more accelerated or not? Normal condition will become faster. Flooding ko chodo. Will the normal condition become faster or not? Will there be more heating of Bay of Bengal? Will there be more depressions? Will there be more chance of rainfall in India? और ज़्यादा rainfall होगी या नहीं होगी? That condition. One is the normal condition. La Nina is what? Accelerated normal condition. Why? Trade winds become stronger. And what will be the impact on India? Frequency and intensity of rain-bearing systems will increase. As a result, rain in India will be above normal, above LPA. Whether it will cause flood or not, I don't know. Flood is for various reasons. Next class, which I'm having day after tomorrow, that I will be talking about floods and droughts. Is everyone okay? Possible floods, but there's a lot of rainfall. So India likes which conditions? Normal or La Nina? If I have to choose between the two, which one is better? La Nina is more better. La Nina will give me more water or not? So La Nina is much better. Which one we don't like? Sir, ये तो water इधर flow कर रहा है. So is the water coming from Pacific to Bay of Bengal? नहीं आ रहा sir. नहीं आ रहा तो क्या होगा? Whatever rain-bearing systems are there, they will be there. So can I say there will be less rain over Bay of Bengal, less storms and depressions or rain-bearing systems. India will get below average rainfall. Yes or no? Can I say possible droughts? Everyone okay? Do you understand what is global teleconnection? Do you understand what is global teleconnection? Easy था difficult? Upwelling बंद हो गया. सर ये पता कैसे चलता है that it has shifted? How do we get to know, sir, that this is shifting? So they went to an island in the Pacific Ocean and a place called Tahiti. They established a observation center and they put thermometer and all those devices which will measure the sea temperature. And here in northern Australia, there is a place called Darwin, which is the capital of Northern Territory. Either way. So what do they keep on monitoring? The temperature pressure of Tahiti and Darwin. When it is cold at Tahiti and Darwin, it is good. They say it is very positive for us. Moment it changes, opposite happens, they say it is negative. So what do they call it? Darwin Tahiti Index. अभी पढ़ा था कहीं पर. Did I read out Darwin Tahiti Index? So you might be worried. अभी तो बहुत technical है. Those are two places जहाँ thermometer लगा के रखा है. Thermometer, barometer, they keep on telling. And I want to tell you, the situation of Pacific Ocean sometimes become El Nino, sometimes become La Nina. El Nino, La Nina. Every 5 to 7 years, they keep on reversing. Yes or no? So can I say they oscillate from this to that? black to white, white to black. Yes. The shifting between El Nino to La Nina, La Nina to El Nino, El Nino to La Nina, La Nina to El Nino is called ENSO. उससे बनता है ENSO index. How frequently El Nino turns into La Nina, La Nina turns into El Nino. This toggling is called ENSO, El Nino Southern Oscillation. Everyone, I'm sorry, I just wrote everything on the diagram itself. Notes to ऐसे बनते हैं. Notes to ऐसे बनते हैं. Yes, there is detail written in the book also. Can you read from it? Day after tomorrow, I'll be talking about floods and droughts, which will be the last class for this. In that, apart from ENSO, I will talk about IOD, Indian Ocean Dipole, MJO, Madden-Julian Oscillation. I'm not running away, but I'm going in a sequence. If I, on the first day, start telling you Indian Ocean Dipole, MGO, I start using those words, you'll unnecessarily be afraid. And then you'll say, Sachin sir, ko aata, mujhe kuch nahi aata. Have we gone step by step? Remember, we started with the schematic of India. I made you memorize the isobars, summer ke isobar, winter isobars. Then we went into the upper atmosphere. You've drawn schematic after schematic, map after map, everything you've drawn step by step. Is my class. Everyone who's attending the class, including the people who are online, are you understanding this area? This is the technical area. Once you understand it, thorough हो जाता है. And just in case you feel कि हाँ यार समझ तो आ गया, but we consolidate नहीं हुआ. I've understood it, but I want to consolidate it. 1.5x. Repeat not. And when you are attending my classes, I don't know about other educators, their teaching style may be much better than me, but my classes make you work in them. So if you're just listening to me, trust me, the impact, the change which I want to come, that won't happen. Please act on it. One action which I'm inviting you is daily one answer first thing in the morning. Good, bad, ugly, don't worry about it. Yeah, that toilet paper की तरह उसको flush कर देना. Flush it, no problem. But from the topic which I have done, and today you can write your answer by midnight. आज midnight तक लिखकर उसे submit कर दे PDF में. Make sure you read before that. Don't be in a hurry. My time is really limited. I have to immediately after this I will work on the evaluation of these master stroke mentorship people who are writing mains. बहुत सारा काम. And I did see some of the maps. कुछ maps मैंने नहीं देखे, आपने भी देखा. कुछ लोग उसका misuse करने लगते हैं. They don't submit their best. My request is that you do your best. You don't settle for थोड़ा कम बुरा कर दूंगा. Let me submit some little bad. Don't do that. People who are looking for that also, no, only saving ourselves. Remember, that is what our mug is about. Our mug is not about earning respect. Our mug is saving whatever we have. Earn it. Get that? And I'm sure all of you have it in you. Thank you. I'll wait for your answers. And thanks a lot for giving me that extra half an hour. Bye-bye. Good night.